right, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, y'all, give this man a hand. Let's pay attention, folks. And thank you for that, brother. Welcome to the basement. That's BASSIST. Not only welcome you, we'd like to welcome those watching in over 225 countries and territories and stuff out there. Thank y'all for tuning in all the time, man. We really appreciate that. Tell us your name, sir.
Paul Williams Jr.
Paul Williams Jr. My name is Ivan Williams. Welcome to the basement, brother.
Glad to be here.
That's why he plays so good, because he got the same last name as me.
You think that's what it is?
I really think that's what it is.
I'm gonna just say okay.
Okay, so look, before we get started, I want to introduce everybody that's hanging out here in the basement, and starting on my Fred hand over here to the left. Tell us your name.
Tracy Renee.
How you doing, Tracy? Welcome to the basement.
Hi.
You don't play bass, but you sing, right?
I'm a singer.
You sing? Who you sing with?
I'm Paul's artist. I have a band, Full Circle.
Okay.
Tracy Renee.
Right, and we love singers.
Yes, and he also has a band called Butter. He does jazz and fusion.
Okay, cool. All right. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Name your band again.
Full Circle.
Full Circle. We can find you. Y'all got social media,
Yep.
YouTube or something?
Tracy Renee and Full Circle, and then you can find him, Bassman Williams Jr. That's his page, YouTube page.
Okay, and that you just gave me is it a YouTube, a Facebook, or Instagram?
YouTube.
Okay, you got it. Facebook?
No, Facebook, but Instagram.
Okay, you got an Instagram? What is it?
Instagram is Full Circle.
Okay, cool. We're gonna check that out. And next to her, tell us your name, sir.
Clifford C.J. Jones, bass player for Cast Iron Cornbread.
And we can catch them on.
All of the above.
Okay. Just Cast Iron Cornbread. Check it out, folks. On my other side, over here, right hand, we got with this. Tell us your names.
I'm Caitlin.
Chris Malpini, bass player for Louis Castle and the Rooks.
And that's your lovely wife.
That is my wife, yes.
Okay. And next, tell us your name.
James, for me.
Another Detroit bass player, and I guess the only person left. Tell us your name, sir.
Gordon, jazz bass, or bass pimp Spencer.
Bass
Okay.
man.
Bass player for Brothers from Another Planet.
Okay, and I'm Big Ive, and I play with the Abundance of Joy Fellowship Church every Sunday. So y'all want to come to church and hear some gospel music, come on to our church on Sundays at 11 a.m. on Middle Belt and Cherry Hill Road in Inkster, Michigan. Now, Paul, man, I had the pleasure of meeting you a week ago. Didn't know you existed, and I know a whole bunch of bass players, brother. I mean, I know a whole bunch of them. And I finally got to see you because you was playing with a group. What was the name of that group called?
Taste.
Lexington Band.
The Lexington Band. And I was providing the amp for the bass player, so I was up there to try to help you out if you needed some help, like where you plug in and all that kind of stuff, not trying to, act like you ain't never seen the amp before, but you know what I'm saying?
I remember that, man, and you were quite helpful. I couldn't get the controls quite like I wanted them. Mm-hmm. But that was a good amp, man.
Well, thank you. My thing was, I get excited when I see bass players, first of all. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, here's a bass player. I have never met this guy. I'm going to introduce myself and tell him I got a show on YouTube called Detroit Bass Players in the Basement, and would you like to come and be on that show, please? Check it out. And the dude just off the rip said, I heard of y'all. I like, okay, cool, that's cool. And then he started mentioning some names. And one of the guys who used to help us out a lot, Reggie needed to hear this. Mike Rich, may he rest in peace. Mm-hmm. Little Mike Rich, I think he lived out of Mount Clemens.
Yeah.
He would come here all the time, and he always helped us out. When you mentioned that name, I was like, wow, okay, yeah, he know what we doing down here then. So I appreciated that, and then exactly a week later, seems like longer, but a week later, he come down to the basement, and I appreciate you coming down here to hang out with us in the basement. So my first question I like to ask you is, when did you start playing the bass? And I can't wait to hear the answer. When did you start playing the bass, and why?
Okay, well, it all started back in '78, man. I was playing with this group, Cosmic Radiation. I was actually the guitarist. We were together about 3 years. Our bassist was T-Bone Hannon, the late great T-Bone Hannon. For all the bass players who know who I'm talking about. But he stopped coming to rehearsals. We already had 2 guitar players. I was one of them. And I switched over to bass because he stopped coming to rehearsal. And after a few rehearsals, man, I just gravitated to it. I started listening to cats like Bootsy Collins, Larry Graham, Louis Johnson, and I never wanted to go back. You know, I felt a certain power with bass. You know, you can carry the band, you the heartbeat, you know what I mean? That's what gravitated to me.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, you mentioned some of my favorites too, man. At least 2 of them was Louis Johnson and Larry Graham, because that thump thing that they had going on, man.
Yeah, but I mean, it goes beyond that. I mean, cats like Mr. Mark of Slave. You know what I mean? Robert Cool Bell. You know, I listen to all R&B and funk. That's what I grew up on, brother. And for me, it was more of a power thing. When you playing that funk, man, you got total control, baby. I mean, I like the fingering and stuff too. That's good. I mean, all that's good. That shows your skills. But when you can have fun just mastering that funk, and it's all about the touch, baby. A lot of bass players out here playing stuff, but they just playing. It's mostly about touch, man. Touch. Just touch, you know what I mean?
Y'all Detroit bass players and them ghost notes, y'all be killing me, man.
Hey, you be surprised.
I love it. So look, man, you mentioned those 3, Bootsy and the 2 slappers. Who are some of the other ones, man, that if you can think of their name, or the groups that they played with? Sometimes we didn't know who those bass players were, but the groups, you could tell that bass player was funky as, you know.
I mean, there were hundreds of them, guys. I mean, you look at groups like Function, Lakeside, a whole lot of them out there, man. I mean, my thing was, I was a funketeer. I grew up in that area, man. I never got out of that. My thing was about funk.
You ever get to play with the Funketeers?
Yeah, well, Brides of Funkenstein, I played with them. I played with Carl Carlton. I was his manager. Well, I was music director, rather, for 8 months. I played with members of RJ's latest arrival. Matter of fact, Paris Moosh Reese told me to tell you hi.
Right, yeah, the drummer. That's a buddy of mine.
Yeah, the one, Bobby Franklin, Insanity.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, Brides of Frankenstein, Never Buy Texas from a Cowboy. That was like one of the coldest bass lines. With that, the whole thing was put together. Did you get a chance to? Was that you, or did you play?
No, I didn't record it. I was just hired to do a show with them.
Yeah, but that was
But yeah, we had to do that one.
Yeah, that was a cold song to me, man.
It still is.
and
I agree.
Here's another thing that I found out about you. The name Paul Williams Jr. Where does that come from?
Well, that started with my great-grandfather, actually.
Okay.
He was born in Georgia. His father was the father of my father, which meant my father was Paul Williams II. Then I was born, which made me Paul Williams III. Then my little brother was born. He's Paul Williams IV, but he's actually Junior. And he sings with Dennis Edwards in Temptations Review.
Right. Oh, I was about to say right now.
Well, Dennis
Dennis Edwards
passed, but
passed.
they still doing their thing out there
Yeah,
under the same name.
that's cool, man. And you ever get a chance to play with him?
One time, yeah, back in '86. My cousin plays with Otis. His name is Adrian Williams. He plays guitar for Otis. He's been with Otis for like 26 years now.
That is awesome, man. All them Williamses is out there. I enjoy that, man.
Well, you know, I'm trying to do my own thing, man.
Right, of course you are, and you are doing, like she said. You got, what's the name of your jazz group again?
Yeah, I got several groups. So I got a jazz fusion group that's called Butter. I have her group is Full Circle featuring Tracy Renee. I have another group called Caviar. I have another group called Lexington. And I travel with the group called Horizon.
Okay,
That's why
now,
I can't get no damn gig.
so now my favorite genre of music, of course, is jazz fusion. Ever since I heard Return to Forever and Weather Report and all of the subsequent groups that after that,
You hip to Jeff Lowe?
of course.
That's the best.
Jazz fusion is like my favorite genre. I haven't had an opportunity to hear too much of that around here locally. So where y'all be hitting that, man?
I mean, Dirty Dog Cafe, and a lot of stuff, we just rehearse that stuff, man. We get down there and we put those tracks on and we mimic them, we learn that stuff. I've been listening to it since I was a teenager, actually. Jeff Lober Fusion, John LaPonte, all kind of stuff, man. And I kind of incorporated it with my musician friends. At first it was a bit of a challenge for them, but some of the guys like a challenge, you know. Some musicians love challenges. Some run from it, some gravitate to it.
We just recently did a concert, and he was playing Butter there at the Northwest.
Yeah, I did a concert just this past, what was that, November? June, at the Paul Robeson Theater. Dwayne Parham was playing with me. He accompanied me on sax. And we did a lot of jazz fusion. He was thinking that the audience wouldn't really, but with the material we did, oh wow, the show was magnificent. The show, they loved it. This was an R&B crowd appreciating jazz fusion.
Yeah,
we brought her out.
yeah, that's a tough, man. That this down the way the music business and certain genres of music or that have talented musicians could barely fill up this basement with the audience, and then you got some suckers that can't sing a lick and can't rap a lick, and they filling up arenas, you know.
Exactly.
But that's, I know I sound like an old bitter musician right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you do.
Truth, brother. Speaking facts.
Yeah, it's the truth, but it comes off as very bitter. You let me have a bunch of young people here. They call me crazy. I don't.
Hater.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Absolutely. But yeah, man, I don't want to talk about the state of the music, but I do like that bass you playing right there. Now, what kind
If I
of?
can interject real quick, you know, we should start looking at these guys in Europe too, though.
Yeah.
These Spanish cats. And I was just looking up a guy named Christian Galvez. Man, y'all better wake the hell up.
Okay,
That guy ain't no joke.
we'll check them out, man.
They're beasts, and these guys in Europe, Pakistan, Turkey, man, they're doing
Brazil?
they're doing some major fusion, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an upright guy, got a set of 12 pedals on an upright. He was busting them. I'm like, what?
See, that's what
hell?
I'm into. That's what I would love to.
But that's gonna be tough in this environment, man, because
We just saw Lake Street Dive, and they have an upright
I
player.
appreciate
and she was using pedals.
Oh yeah.
And she
I got
was
upright
shredding.
bass. I don't even have an amp on it. It's bass.
You don't need an amp with
I
upright.
ain't got no pedals, no amp, just upright bass.
Now, the first
Well, but you know,
Okay.
another thing that they're doing,
Let
they're not
me
doing
just
PAs either.
let me do this interview with this cat, and then we can
Nice
drift off.
segue.
We can drift off into other stuff, but because I want to get out of here. So, what kind of bass is that you got there, man?
This is a Fender Jazz, Marcus Miller's signature. Marcus Miller Fender Jazz.
Yeah, you like that? Was that the one you take with you everywhere? Or you got how many basses you got, man?
Well,
I'm just being nosy.
I have a total of 4 basses right now. Actually, this is one of my favorites because it costs the most. But
That's a reason to like it.
you know, I have 3 other basses that I like as well, just as much. I got that Traben, I got a Fender Precision, and I have an Ibanez.
Yeah. Fenders and Ibanez, they
Well,
like.
Fender's my favorite, man. I've been following Fender since the 70s, man.
Yeah. I always hated Fender because I could never afford one, man. Never.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
I hated them.
you never had a copy?
Because you couldn't.
They sold
Yeah, because I
copies.
couldn't afford. I got a Fender now. I've always had a copy. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
same thing with gym shoes. I couldn't afford no All Stars, so we had
Rescues.
yeah, you know,
Bob Koozies.
yeah. Again,
Yeah, flies, right.
Again, I'm sorry for that, man. But look, man, I ain't want to keep you. I just wanted to let the world know that I'm finding out that we have at least 20 to 30,000 Detroit bass players.
Oh, I know, man.
Because I've been trying to interview every single last bass player, and every time I turn around, it's another Detroit bass player that I haven't met, and that's kicking butt out there doing their thing, whether it's at a bar or a bar mitzvah or, you know what I'm saying, stadium,
Yeah.
theater. It's just, I just love bass players, and man, I'm just glad you came to hang out with us in the basement, and I hope people come and check out your shows and stuff, and
He has another concert coming up.
yeah, and tell them
I'm about to come.
tell them the basement sent you. You know, if y'all go check out this man's stuff, tell them the basement. Make sure you spell it right. BASSMINT, not
Okay.
ENT.
Yes, I got you. I got
I don't know why we spelt it wrong like that. I guess to stick out and come to find out, there's other organizations that spell basement the same exact way.
Okay, yeah.
You know, which
Yeah, get
I'm like,
lost.
okay, do I gotta change the mint another way? But look, man, again, thank you for coming to hang out with us. So, man, anybody got any questions for this bass player before I let him go?
yeah. I just heard you mentioning that you playing with several different groups, and it seems to me, just me, that maybe your time is a little thin, so you might need somebody to sort of like fill in on some of those gigs that you have when you can't do them. You know, I'm just saying, like,
I do
you
got
can't be
your
in 2
number.
places at
Flip,
one
I
time.
got your number, man.
That's all. That's all I want to ask. You know,
I got
just
your number,
you
bro.
know, because you can't be into if it just happens.
But
Yeah.
I get it though.
Yeah.
I get it though, man. Create your own lanes. You know what I mean? I really get that. So, cause I can't play with nobody because I gotta sit down, right?
No, you can still get jobs. All right.
Well, I know I can, but I'm just saying, in the majority of situations,
Yeah.
if I want to gig all the time, I need to create my own lane. You know what I'm saying? But
Anthony
But
Jackson don't even use the strap, dude.
who?
Anthony Jackson.
Jackson, he don't use the strap.
Not anymore, no.
It's funny, man. Somebody asked me to play this out front. Man, I'm not good at that. But with a structure, a band,
Right.
that's when I'm in my lane.
Right.
I ain't never been no show-off artist, man. You know, my old man taught me that.
Right. Well, that's most bass players though. That is,
Yeah.
we're not. Our job is not to show off. That's for the singers and the guitar players. You know what I'm saying? Our job is to keep the building grounded. You know what I'm saying?
right.
We know what our job is. Everybody know what our job is,
Yeah, we
and
came
that's
from the
why.
old school. We came from the old school before jazz started stepping out of the background. This accepted now, but the old school players know how to play on both sides.
If you can go boom, 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 boom through a whole song and like it, you're a bass player.
Yeah.
That's what I like doing.
So look, man, I ain't want to keep you, brother. So, is there anything that you like to say in closing before you play us something out?
Hey man, all my Detroit bass players out there, just keep doing what you're doing. You know, make it do what it do. I've heard a lot of y'all, man, and y'all, I'm trying to learn from y'all. So hey, keep up the good work, man. And I'm gonna keep traveling around the world, and I'm gonna come back home and learn some stuff from y'all.
Got a show coming up too.
What? Yeah, okay,
In
but
October.
this ain't gonna make it in October. No, I don't edit that quick. I got 10, 15 shows in front of this one.
Whoa.
Okay.
So I was laughing at him when he was telling me, you was telling me about your band that y'all got a gig coming up. I was absolutely laughing on the inside because I'm like, he have no idea this. This ain't
I'll
gonna.
book one
Hey,
for
now you
September 7th
gonna,
next year.
but before you sing shows out, do you call us and let us know?
No, I could though. What I do, what I do is I post it on their page the day that I put it on YouTube.
Okay.
Everybody that's in here, if they got a Facebook page, I post it on your page that day.
That's cool.
And then you say, okay, he finally posted it. I'm 2 years older now, but he finally posted it. I ain't gonna be that long, but look, didn't take that long. So, yeah, so go ahead and play us out, man. All right, there you go. Keep it short and